Yo, so yesterday I was talking about cognitive dissonance, and that's a term that I know people don't hear of every day. You don't think about it, and I was talking about it in relation to when you do things that you know are not good for you, but you choose to do it anyway. When it comes to like addiction, food. I was pointing to as one of the big ones, and then relating that to government. But the one thing I wanted to clear up when it comes to cognitive dissonance and like you're doing things that are against, what you know is good for you to yourself, that's not a good thing, and we all do it. But you can do that. Like it's not wrong for you to do that. You're allowed to do what you want with your body, right? But when it comes to, being in contradiction with your own beliefs and those actions affect other people, actually cause harm to innocent people, like I was saying, when the government is actually, you allow them to steal money from you and then use it to murder innocent people, and you say, well, I don't really agree with that, but I do it. I let them do it because if I didn't, then they would, imprison me for not giving them the money to do that with. So because they claim ownership over me. And like, that's what I was getting to. That's evil when we allow people to be in these positions of authority to do things that they would punish us for if we did what they did, but when they do it, it's right, when it's really wrong. And that's morality, right? When it comes to morality being objective, it's wrong no matter who does it. If someone steals from you and uses or murders innocent people, it's always wrong. But then when you realize that you're contributing to that, these actions to keep occurring on a daily basis, and pretending that it's okay, that's where it's wrong, because you in truth are contributing to the harm of other people. So that's the difference, right? That's the big difference there when it comes to cognitive dissonance with yourself, and then when it comes to government and how it's affecting the whole, right? And it's like garbage in, garbage out. The other day I was talking about processing. If you put garbage in your body, it's gonna lead to garbage production. Like you as the product, it's just gonna keep being negative, right? Garbage in, garbage out. And then, if you put good things in, you're gonna get better results. But then what the problem with the people processing stuff is when you tell them the truth, and that the world can be a better place if we align with it, and instead people process that and say, I don't believe in that, or I don't see it that way. That belief system, that processing is garbage. Like, garbage out, because if you're processing, your critical thinking, it's not working correctly, or we're not using our intelligence correctly. And what's amazing is we do have this intelligence that no other beings on this planet, as far as we know, has this intelligence that we have, and we do know the difference between right and wrong. And it's the only way, when we get that straight. And there's so much more, and not so much more to that we need to agree on, when it comes to self-defense right? And non-aggression and these kinds of things. There's always going to be problems, and like it's never going to be a perfect world. But if we can agree on right and wrong and understanding the consequences, right? There's always going to be consequences. That's the law of cause and effect, right? On this planet, I know there's a lot of people who go under that hashtag non-duality, and I'm not all against that. Like, I know there's definitely something to when you look at quantum science and all that. Like, this world isn't what we think it is, and a lot of people want to just like play it off as, oh, it's just all an illusion, it's all just a dream. And okay, right? But the fact is, in this dream, there's, right, gravity. There's, if you touch a hot stove with your hand, you're gonna burn your fingers no matter what. Like, these things are part of the dream for everyone, right? So when you're contributing money, letting people steal money from you and use it to murder innocent people, there's gonna be a consequence to that, and it's going to be negative, because when you do those negative things, you're going to get negative back. So the more moral we are, the more free the society will be. The less moral, the less free, and so it goes to show, like, if you don't give the money to the people who want to steal it from you to murder innocent people, they will imprison you. Right? So they're claiming ownership over you. That's not moral. That's not freedom. And in the back of your mind, that's true, but the cognitive dissonance is like, that's what you need to understand, is you're in contradiction with your own beliefs. That's the whole point. And by being in contradiction with your own beliefs, you're allowing so much negativity and harm to occur to others. So there'll be more.